Hello everyone, my name is Jesse and welcome back to another Bakugan review. Today we're going to be reviewing Dharak and Phantom Dharak from the third season of Bakugan, Gundalian Invaders. So these are like the main bad guys from season 3. There were multiple bad guys, but these were like these two were like Dharak and his evolution, Phantom Dharak were like the main bad guys in it. Like you had the other ones, but these were like the true evil ones, I think. So I just got them and I'm just added them to the collection. They're like the final bad guys I really need for my personal collection. And so yeah, we're going to take a review of them. So let's start off with Dharak. So let's take a look here. So first off, you can admire the coloring. So pretty much just a black on green and some yellow in there, which is quite nice. The darkest symbol there, as well as a DNA code that's obviously no longer active. But yeah, overall like an interesting design. I think it's very different from what we're used to seeing, especially like the purple. Like that is now gone. They kept the yellow, but now it's green instead of purple, which is very like DNA-esque, which I like for Gundalian Invaders. So let's pop Dharak open here. We'll give him a roll to see if I can get him on the card. Boom, perfect. All right, and this is Dharak. So he's got two manual parts. Well, technically a couple more, but the main manual parts are his feet here, which pop open on the bottom. He has 4 legs total, and he will stand just like this. So this is what he looks like. And yeah, in like classic Gundalian Invaders form, he doesn't look like much until you put on his battle gear. But Dharak does have 600 G, so you can see on his tail right there. So pretty strong, I think. Overall, this Dharak's in pretty decent condition, a couple paint scuffs, but you can't ask for much more when these Bakugan get old. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Dharak's battle gear, which is Air Core. And this really, I personally think this makes Dharak look cooler. So in order to put that on, we pop the wings down like that, and then his tail comes down just like that. And this will go on. So this is the gold Air Core. So this is as anime accurate as you can get because Dharak had the gold Air Core on. So we're going to go ahead and pop that. All right. Boom. And I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. And yeah, I don't know. It just adds a lot of flair to him, which is quite nice. And so, yeah, I just think total like that, he looks so much better. And the Air Core here has, I believe it's 50 Gs. Yeah. So Air Core's got 50 Gs right there, and of course its own little DNA code. But it just sticks on the back of him, which I personally think adds so much flair to his character. So in order to close Air Core, you've got to do a couple things. So first thing is make sure this is closed. And then you're going to want to individually fold these pieces in. It's really annoying and takes more tries than you'd think. But once they're in, they're in. So get that in, and then, oh, things are still popping out. And lastly, you just shut that one piece right there, and it's sealed up. So a little complicated, and it definitely took me a few tries, but if I can do it, you can do it. Next, for Dharak, we're going to pop his wings back up from their like battle gear form. Same with the tail here. And then we're going to shut his feet up like so. And then Dharak kind of just folds in, so the head will roll back. And then the tail will roll back and lock into the head right there, and then the wings close. And boom. That's how you close Dharak. Up next, we have Dharak's evolution, Phantom Dharak, which he evolved from taking DNA from Blitz Dragonoid in the show and using it to evolve for the first time ever. And Emperor Baronius renamed him from Dharak to Phantom Dharak. So in the show, they are the same in the show, but as a ball form, like how he pops open is very different. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ball form before I get into like the differences. So again, you've got that same Gundalian Invaders style coloring, so green on yellow, which is quite nice. Other than that, not too much going on. It's really cool though, we've got these like vents on the side of his body right here, which is pretty sick. And yeah, a little bit of a scuff mark on the head, but overall not too bad. This is actually the more expensive of the two. So Dharak and Air Core you can find for around like $20 to $30. Phantom Dharak can cost you upwards of like 70 to 100, I think, at least from what I've seen online. I got these in a bundle for 80, which was really nice, especially considering how hard Phantom Dharak has seemed to been to find. But I got lucky, and you know, don't have to worry about it anymore. So super awesome there. So in the show, he pops open like completely. However, in toy form, he doesn't pop open completely. He actually has a manual part to completely deploy him. So let's go ahead and roll him onto the card. All right. So as you can see here, this is Dharak, right? So something is clearly off. In the show, he does not look like this. Kind of like a Centiploid or like a Wormquake or something. Like, he's not Dharak, right? So in the third season, Bakugan introduced this really weird set of Bakugan. I believe they're called Baku Double Strikes. And essentially, they have an initial G power. So for instance, Phantom Dharak's is 820. However, when you use their double strike, they get more G power. So to activate Phantom Dharak, we have this little button on top, and when we click that, he completely deploys, and now he looks like what he looks like in this show. And it should reveal, I believe it's on a wing here. Yep, this is really scuffed, but it says 100 G power, so it adds on. So 820 plus 100 is 920, which is pretty strong, you know? And I mean, in the show, I really liked Phantom Dharak, especially those like last 2 episodes. He was really cool and really powerful. However, he did kind of just remind me of like Alpha Hydronoid and Helios Mark II. Like very similar, like big, strong Bakugan, but I don't know. He was the coolest so far to me, just as like a final like boss kinda. So he's definitely one of my favorite, despite him looking really weird in ball form. Also notice there is a spot for battle gear here. However, Phantom Dharak is the only main character Bakugan from Gundalian Invaders to not actually have a battle gear. He never had one. It didn't show it in the show. So he doesn't have one. However, I do like to sometimes just put my Air Core on there because it still looks really good on him. I mean, that still looks super, super awesome on Phantom Dharak, and I actually almost like it better on Phantom Dharak than I do on just the original Dharak. And he also has no feet, so just if you were curious, no feet. Everything else is just the wings here. And he's also super easy to close up, so the head folds in, horns go down, tail folds in, and then connects on the back, similar to regular Dharak. Oop, she's fighting me. And then these go in, you just fold that in, and it closes. Like that. And that is Phantom Dharak. By the way, guys, if you are interested, I do buy and sell Bakugan. You can check out my eBay and Mercari links in the description down below. And for any business inquiries, feel free to email me. Alright guys, and that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed Dharak and Phantom Dharak. If you did, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment, and of course, subscribe for more awesome content. My name is Jesse. I'll see you in the next video.